This is a comment from the video of President Trump's arrest report. In my opinion, Republicans have suddenly become opposed to the presidency of Donald J. Trump. I do not trust them, they are opportunists and have no loyalty. They are typical politicians. The difference between Donald J. Trump and politicians is they are for themselves. Donald J. Trump is for the people. What good did they do before Donald J. Trump came along? Yes, they did nothing. Non-politicians were ready to expose the swamp and most of the politicians were ready to control the citizens in the White House. It was necessary to let Americans know what was actually happening. I am shocked at the relentless and cruel way the Democrats are trying so hard to get rid of Trump. I am shocked to see the way the American public is tearing each other apart. A great country that was respected by people all over the world is now a laughingstock. Wake up, America. I am a complete outsider and the only person I trust is Trump. He upholds the Constitution and creates one nation under God. Liberty. For the people. Donald J. Trump cannot be bought with money. He actually sacrificed much for American patriots and for his country. He works for free. He sacrificed all of his time, money, and family privacy for the love of his people and country. May God bless President Trump and all American patriots. From South Africa.
Julius Malema said he will protect Putin at all costs. Watch this clip, we'll come back and discuss.
ICC, Putin is welcomed here. And no one is going to arrest Putin. If needs be, we'll go and fetch Putin from the airport to his meeting. He will finish all his meetings. We'll take him back to the airport. We're not going to be told by these hypocrites of the International Criminal Court who know the real violators of human rights, who know the murderers of this world. That former Prime Minister of Tony Blair admitted that they made a horrible mistake when it comes to Saddam Hussein. They've not been charged today. Bush is still there. They've not been charged till to date. And then Obama killed Gaddafi. And then nothing has happened. We're here today with Libya being destroyed and unable to recover because of America. We know very well that where NATO gets involved, those are terrorists. We know very well where the US says we're going in to install peace. That place will never know peace as long as America has visited that place. So we don't want ICC's hypocrisy to apply here in our country. President Putin is welcomed. We know our friends. We know the people who liberated us. We know the people who supported us. In Kutokonaval, the weapons that were used in Kutokonaval that led to the liberation of South Africa were coming from Russia. Russia supplied us with weapons in Kutokonaval. Cuba supplied us with soldiers. MK was drunk.
As you heard, he said, whatever it takes, they are protecting Putin. By them, I believe it's the EFF. He said, even if it means they go to the airport and welcome him and take him to all the meetings he needs to get to and bring him back safely. And you can tell he means every word that he is saying. And you know, the ICC wants to arrest Putin. And basically, Malema is saying Putin will be safe in South Africa. Whatever it takes, he's going to be protected.
Mr. President, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Last week, you were in New York for this arraignment. The world watched it. You've not given an interview since. You were there, I think, 57 minutes. Tell us from your perspective what that was like.
Well, it was a horrible thing because I did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. You look at even the pundits and the legal analysis, Greg Jarrett, all of these really talented people, they're saying he didn't do anything wrong. So that's number one. Number two, they were incredible. When I went to the courthouse, which is also a prison, in a sense, they signed me in. And I'll tell you, people were crying. People that work there, professionally work there, that have no problems putting in murderers, and they see everybody. It's tough, tough place. And they were crying. They were actually crying. They said, I'm sorry. They'd say, 2024, sir, 2024. And tears are pouring down their eyes. I've never seen anything like those people are phenomenal. Those are your police.
Yep.
Those are the people that work at the courthouse. They're unbelievable people. Many of them were in tears or close to it. Many apologists were sorry, sir. We're sorry. They had to have me do certain things. They said, sir, I can't believe I have to ask you. I can't even believe that I have to ask you to do it. You could see. So in one sense, it was beautiful because they get it. In another sense, it's nasty. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. They didn't teach me about that. That wasn't like
they
in
didn't
the
know
cards.
about the arraignment part?
That wasn't. We didn't have a class on arraignment. And, it was a sad day in many ways. And in many ways, it was a beautiful day because the people understand. I didn't know this was happening, but the poll numbers have gone through the roof. The people get it. And the other ones are hoaxes also. The box hoax. Look at Biden. He's got 1,850 boxes. And, that's a hoax. And then the one in Atlanta where I had a perfect phone call. This is all weaponization. They're weaponizing our justice system, Tucker. And they think if they go and give you a subpoena, I guess I'm very well known and people understand it and they get it. And maybe I have a bigger platform so I can explain it. But if you're somebody, a Republican, let's say, running for office, and you get a subpoena, you might as well resign because you're not going to be able to survive it. And the voters aren't going to handle it. The voters aren't going to take it. What they're doing is weaponizing the system, and there's never been anything like it. And it's all disinformation. You see,
Japanese politicians who regularly advocate the righteousness of democracy and the rule of law. How will they respond to this? Will they speak out or remain silent?